Minecraft 1.13 was the aquatic update, and it was huge because it added so many new mobs to the oceans, but there are still a handful of different mobs that could be added. That being said, my name is System Z, and here are 5 ocean mobs that should be in Minecraft.
Special thank you to Privacy.com for sponsoring this video. Take control of your finances in a safe and secure way by utilizing the amazing features Privacy has to offer. Stay tuned for more information.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video, this time showcasing 5 ocean mobs that should be in Minecraft. And I gotta warn you, I'm a little bit sick today, so yeah, there's that to look forward to. But this is essentially what we've got here in front of us. We've got a nice little flotation device. This is what is going to allow me to showcase the different mobs. And I've got to say special thank you to Everbloom Studios for, of course, making the Animals add-on in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, because with them, I am able to showcase Jellyfish. Now, this is the first mob, and this is a mob I have showcased before. But I actually really think Jellyfish would be a fantastic addition to the wonderful oceans of Minecraft. And let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what they look like. As you can see, they look beautiful. Now, obviously, if you're swimming in the ocean, you don't want to go towards one of these guys because, well, they hurt. They hurt a lot. But that's fine. They're really beautiful creatures, and honestly, I would just love to be able to swim around in the world of Minecraft and come across just a colony of different jellyfish. And as you can see, there's red and blue ones. I like to imagine that there would be all sorts of different colors. But the reason jellyfish would be cool is because they would add a sense of danger to the ocean biomes of the game, which we currently really don't have, other than the drowned, of course. But they're not really that difficult. I feel like being able to kind of have a caution of a jellyfish where if you get too close you get stung would be very cool. And if you manage to kill them, or if they die, they're gonna drop slime. And this is where it gets interesting. Imagine them dropping slime that's specifically not green. I know this is green, I know this is a green slime ball, but imagine it being pink or red or blue or yellow. And depending on that slime, you could use it to create different types of slime blocks that don't connect together. That would be very cool and amazing. I know it seems a little confusing at the start, but just having different slime blocks, as you can see, we have slime blocks here, they all connect whenever you place them. So this would carry up to, I believe, 15 to 16 blocks. But with a red slime block next to a green one, they wouldn't connect. I think that would be a very cool ability to have in the game, especially for redstone. There's so many different contraptions. And let's just be honest, jellyfish are amazing. But that's essentially it for this one. Let's move on to the next. So as a side note, before we continue, I do want all of these for both Bedrock and Java Edition, just so you know. But this looks really funny. This is in Bedrock. I didn't even realize that shifting was so different. I mean, look at that. Look at the way. I don't understand. My head looks so funny. But anyways, without further ado, let's look at the other one, which is behind me. There we go. Penguins. Now, I would love penguins in the game. Look, I would love it. It would be fantastic. I know what you're saying, Z, this isn't really an ocean mob. Well, it is, okay? You're just wrong. That's all it is. Now, penguins, I know they're not necessarily an ocean mob, but they would swim, so I want to include them because they're adorable. I would love them, and I have showcased them before, but again, it fits the category, and penguins are pretty much the #1 suggestion I've got. Well, actually, #2. There's another one that I really, really want in the game in this video, but penguins would be a really interesting resource to the game. And I say resource because imagine that there is a barrel nearby. And what they do when there's a barrel nearby is they actually go to the water, get a fish, and bring it back to the barrel. Now, I know that sounds a little weird because obviously that could then be a fish farm, but I think it really makes sense and it's super cool. Now, I don't really want to think about what they would drop because quite frankly, that's sad. And this one is probably gonna drown, so let's go over here. But as you can see, penguins are adorable. I would love them in the game. I don't really know what they would drop because I don't want to think about it, but probably something along the lines of feathers and of course fish. But that's basically it for penguins. Let me know what you think of them down in the comments below. Again, I'm sick, my apologies for that, but yeah, I don't really know anything more to add to them. They're really awesome creatures, so why not? Next up, we've got one of my personal favorite mobs that ever could be in Minecraft. This would be fantastic, and honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do this already. And that is for none other than the Nautilus mob. This would be a mob that would essentially give a purpose to the Nautilus shell. other than, of course, the crafting recipes that come along with it. Because I honestly don't understand why they didn't already add this in 1.13. It just makes sense. Having a Nautilus mob that occasionally drops the Nautilus shell adds some sort of connection to why the shell is in the game in the first place. Now, obviously, it's kind of intended to be a fossil, and I do understand that, but this is a different approach that I think would be very cool. And like I said, I have shown this before. I apologize for showing it again. I'm sick. It was the easiest way to do it. I had to include it, and I really wanted to because, again, it's my personal favorite ocean mob that could be in the game. But anyways, the Nautilus mob would be found in sort of rare instances like this. I believe it would be around a structure known as the conduit. Obviously, you can create a conduit currently, but you cannot find conduits already set up. And it would be okay if there wasn't actually even a conduit here, and instead was just the shell, kind of the remnants. But when you go close to a Nautilus mob, they would give you the same effect as a conduit, to kind of hint that if you use the shells and a conduit, you can create something like this to get the effect permanently when underwater. Now, I really do believe we need some sort of hint for the different portals and different creations like this in the game, because it's kind of hard to know otherwise if you're a new player. So this would be one of those instances where it would be really cool. Plus, come on, the Nautilus mob is adorable. I would love to see the Nautilus mob in the game. It's just a fantastic mob, a fantastic addition. And honestly, it just fits. This is the most vanilla out of all of these mobs. I mean, it literally looks like a vanilla mob that's already in the game. And it's because we've already got the Nautilus shell. So, you know just as much as I do that this mob makes the most sense. So here's the thing. The ocean of Minecraft is not that dangerous. All in all, there's a couple of bad mobs, but it's really easy to navigate. That is until we add a mini-boss. Some sort of mob that acts as an immediate danger to the game. And that is Mob A. I know what you're thinking, Z, Mob A? What in the world kind of name is that, Z? Well, here's the thing. Mob A was a mob that was originally going to be introduced if people voted on option A for the Minecon Earth mob vote. Now, we're never going to see this mob in the game, but I still believe that it should be in the game, just like I believe all the other ones should be. All the mobs. It would be great to just have unlimited mobs in the game. Of course, that's not necessarily going to be a thing, but Mob A is a pretty amazing and terrific and terrifying mob. Let's go ahead and check it out. So this would be a gigantic squid. Oh goodness, this thing is just absolutely insane. I don't know how I would react if I saw something like this in survival Minecraft. But the reason I want it in the game is because we don't really have that many bosses in the game, and it would be really cool to have something like this that is incredibly difficult to beat, but very rewarding if you do. Now, I know that we do kind of have ocean mobs like bosses in terms of the Guardians, but I still do think this would be a fantastic mob. I don't really know what they would drop either. Let me know in the comments down below what you think they would drop in all of those details. But all in all, the reason I want these in the game is because we need more danger in oceans, and this is a fantastic way to do it, and a scary one at that. Plus, it kind of makes sense because we've got squids in the game, so having, you know, these squids would be even cooler. I don't really have a name for it, but what would you name it if this mob was added? Let me know in the comments down below. Check out today's sponsor at privacy.com/SYSZEE for a free-to-use service that protects your credit card number by using virtual card numbers when shopping online. Their easy-to-use control panel allows you to create a new card for practically any scenario, whether it be for shopping on Amazon or making in-game purchases for your favorite games. And with these cards, you can even set spending limits, which is great for parents who may want to limit their kids' online spending or even manage their budget. And if a payment attempt is made to a card past its limit, it'll be blocked and you'll automatically receive a push notification. They also have a great Chrome extension that can create cards on the spot and autofill the information during the checkout process of any website. With privacy, you'll never have to worry about your card information getting in the wrong hands. They keep your information safe by using military-grade encryption, two-factor authentication, and by being PCI DSS compliant. Head over to privacy.com/SYSZEE and sign up for a free account to get an automatic $5 to spend on your first purchase. You can also find the link in the description below. Remind me to teach you a thing or two about personal space after this because you're a little close, but it's okay because we are both, after all, stuck in a cage. And that is because the final mob of this video is none other, I can't get over the way this looks, is none other than the shark, which seems to have disappeared. They're all down there for some reason. There we go, the shark. This is a beautiful creature that I would love to see in the game. They would be a neutral mob, one that doesn't attack you unless you attack them. Their main mission would be, of course, to get food, which would be other fish. In fact, you can kind of see they've had a little bit of a field day. There were a lot more items over in this area, but they seem to have despawned. They did essentially go to town on all the fish in this area, and that's because they gotta eat. It makes sense. Now, as far as what they would drop nothing, other than maybe just fish. There would be no reward for killing the sharks because they're really not a mob to kill. Like I said, they're neutral. The only reason they would attack you is if you attack them. And maybe, if you're swimming across their area in a boat, they may mistake your boat for food and try and take a bite of it, which may or may not break the boat, but that would really be it. The only scenario where they actually attack you is, again, if you attack them first. Now, not every mob that gets added to Minecraft needs to have a purpose. I think it's nice to just kind of open up the world of Minecraft by adding variations of different mobs anyways. And that's kind of where the shark fits in. I think the shark definitely deserves a spot in the game, much like pandas, for example, or even the bat. The bat is genuinely a useless mob. It does nothing. But I think it's still awesome to have in the game, and that's why I think sharks would be cool too. So let me know what your thoughts are on this mob, and pretty much all of the mobs in this video. And again, special thank you to Everbloom Studios for the animals add-on, for allowing me to do this, and Jellyfish, and of course all the other add-ons for the other mobs. But again, sharks would be amazing, and if it wasn't in this video, then what mob would you like to see in Oceans? That's gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing and turning on notifications to be alerted whenever I next upload a video. Also, let me know in the comments down below which ocean mob was your favorite and what you would like to see in the game. And like I said, that's gonna be it for today. My name has been System Z. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.